Faster than a speeding bullet.
I ran until my muscles burned and my veins pumped battery acid.
More powerful than a locomotive.
An idea is like a virus. Resilient. Highly contagious.
Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Hey guys, welcome to the Betterhumanology podcast. My name is Jerred Moon, and with me is Talon Schwam. What's up, Talon?
What's up, Jerred?
Not much, man. Today, I am excited, super amped up, because we're talking about strength and conditioning. More specifically, we're talking about Accelerate Strength and Conditioning, our premier program at Betterhumanology.com. I'm just super excited about it because this is something we've worked on for such a long time. We just had the first group finish. We have the results, all the surveyed results in after people putting in a really hard 12 weeks. And so I'm excited we get to talk about that today. But before we jump into that, I do want to say if anyone is interested in being a part of Accelerate Strength and Conditioning, learning more, downloading our ebook, and learning about the program, you can do one of two things. If you're at a computer right now, you can open up a browser and type in accelerate.fit as the URL, and you'll be taken to a page to watch a video and learn more about the program. If you have your phone right now, you're listening to us on your phone, you can text message 33444. That's the number that you'll text message, and type in the word optimal. So that's the number 33444 and the word optimal. And you're going to learn more. You're going to get to our ebook for free and learn more about Accelerate Strength and Conditioning. But I just came to a realization I'm talking way too much for a guy who's not running the show today, so I'm going to hand it over to Talon. Sorry about that.
Yeah, man. I wanted to intro. I'm the one running the show today.
I just really wanted people to know how they could be a part of the program.
It would have been my first time introing. I would have been really happy about that. No, but really, I'm super excited about Accelerate too. I mean, some of the results that I got teased a little bit earlier are some really exciting stuff that we're going to talk about later in the show. But first, I want to talk about just how Accelerate ties into being a better human. So how can it make you a better human, Jerred?
I mean, to put it in a short way, to quote Mark Ripito, and one of my favorite quotes is basically, Accelerate Strength and Conditioning can make you stronger, faster, and harder to kill. That's as simple as I can put it and as awesome as I can put it in the same time.
I think that's the most succinct way I've ever heard anybody put becoming a better human. I mean, honestly, I think that sounds awesome. So if it's going to make us stronger, faster, harder to kill, can you remind us a little bit about what the heck Accelerate is? It's been a little while since our first discussion about it.
Yeah, so we did cover this before, and a lot of this information's in the ebook that you can go download, so I'm not going to read it word for word, but I'll go over a few of the training principles in the program and kind of how it started.
Yeah.
All right, so Accelerate Strength and Conditioning, there are 5 basic principles that I designed the program around, and the first one is optimal training. And what I mean by optimal training is it's really easy to get a high level of fitness or accomplish a lot if you have a lot of time or can work out multiple times in a day.
Right.
But I wanted to maintain personally, and for the athletes that I train, I wanted to have a high level of fitness for all of them, but in a short amount of time. So I want to optimize people having minimal equipment. They only have about 45 to 60 minutes to train per day, and they only have 4 to 5 days per week to train. So that's what I mean by optimal training. That's what we're optimizing. We're not optimizing some crazy schedule. We're optimizing, what a lot of people have in their daily routine. So that's the first one. The second principle is what I call dig the hole, fill the hole. And a lot of people, if they get into, let's call it strength and conditioning, we call it CrossFit, whatever you want to call it, they'll redline their body. They'll take it really hard, really fast, and then they don't put any emphasis on recovery. It's all about the workout. How hard can I go? How hard can I go the next time? They never fill that hole back up. They only ever dig it. And so how we kind of mitigate that in Accelerate is we have the programming with a mixture of high volume, low intensity, and low volume, high intensity training, and we cycle that throughout the 12 weeks to keep people fresh on top of having our recovery days.
Dang.
So
go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead, man.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna say, I know we hit on a little bit in the first show about this, but I think this is what sets Accelerate apart. Really, is that you're really built. It's a program that allows people, to get the max results they can without the amount of time. Because this is we don't live in a day and age where people have 8 hours a day to train anymore. Unless that's your job. And just like you talked about with the whole, this is a way to appeal to people who still want to do the intense, CrossFit style workouts, but still get better results without putting so much time. Right? Is that kind of where you're going with it?
Yeah, and that is ultimately what I'm optimizing in the program. But there's no, I don't ever like to come off across as like the magic pill guy.
Right.
Like,
yep.
Oh, I figured out the secret. I mean, there's still a ton of hard work that goes in the program. I just, did my best to optimize the time that I had and my athletes had, and that's kind of, this is what came out. I just kept searching what's more optimal, what's more efficient, what's more optimal, what's more efficient, and then this program is really years and years of programming experience, popped out into this one singular program.
Okay, well, I'll let you keep going with a little bit more about what Accelerate is, because we're going to talk about the results a little later, and that's what the exciting part is going to be with all those years of research and what they came out to for the first iteration. But sorry I cut you off. Let's go back to those five training principles you were talking about.
Yeah, no problem. This stuff excites me. Like I could talk about it all day, so I don't. I will cover the next ones a little bit faster because I don't want to bore anyone, because you can get all of this information in the ebook. So the third one is random is dead. And all I mean by that is a lot of people, they like to make their own hybrid program or jump from program to program or
right, yep.
mix strength with random conditioning. And that stuff doesn't work. It might work for a short amount of time, but it's not sustainable. And so there's not a single thing about this program that is random. Everything you're doing, every exercise, every movement is planned and complements something else. So it's just not a random program like a lot of people throw together these days.
Right. Okay.
And then the fourth is simplicity, and I touched on this by like not wanting to be the magic bullet or the magic pill guy. It might sound complex. I put a lot of thought into the program, but it's simple. It's a very simple program. It's just not an easy program. It follows very simple theories, but in principles, but it's not easy to accomplish once you're in it. And then the fifth is blurring the lines, and that means everything kind of overlaps in the program. There are some athletes who did not think while they're in the program that they were going to be getting more conditioned because maybe the workouts didn't tax them as much as they thought. And then once we tested and retested their workouts, they found out they got amazing results. And they're like, oh, well, I guess I was wrong. So like it really blurs the lines of what strength and conditioning is and how you don't have to separate them as much as you think, and you can still get a lot stronger, faster, and fitter. And I mean, those are the 5 principles. From a big picture, what I did was took a conjugate system from Westside Barbell, kind of my own ideas from One Man One Barbell, and put them all together. And that's Accelerate. There are 3 major principles, or 3 programming principles beyond the 5. That's also in the ebook. But I'll let people go read about those if they want to know more about it and really want to get on the geeky side of fitness programming that I'm into. So
something you mentioned is that, it might be simple, but it's not easy to accomplish. And I feel like, sometimes some of the stuff we bring on the show might be easy to accomplish to help you become better because it's a small change you can make without leaving your house sometimes, or something you can incorporate to 5 to 10 minutes into your day. But this isn't going to be one of those cases. And I think that sometimes we all know some of the best things in life, you have to work hard to get. And I feel like, sometimes your fitness is one of those, especially when you want to take it to the next level. And so I can understand that, it's going to take some work. And so if I'm one of those guys that somehow missed out on the first iteration, what should I do to get on the next one and then, find out more about this ebook? Yeah.
So I mentioned it earlier, the 2 things. I'll go over them real quick, but then I'll explain exactly kind of what people missed or what you would be missing. So you can go to accelerate.fit, or you can text message optimal to the number 33444 to download the ebook and to become a part of like the Accelerate learning. You can learn more Accelerate by doing those things and downloading the ebook. But actually today, Thursday, the 23rd, you will be able to, if you type in that and the accelerate.fit, you'll actually be able to see the first video, which explains everything that is about Accelerate strength and conditioning. It'll let you know. And then fast forward a couple days, July 27th, I'm going to cover in another video the 3 most common mistakes I see in strength and conditioning programs, and if you're designing your own, maybe some things to take into account. And then July 31st, I'm going to go over the most frequently asked questions I get about Accelerate strength and conditioning. And then I'm actually going to do like a screencast, let people have a sneak peek into the program. They can actually see. I'll log in and show people what Accelerate looks like on the inside, so you know everything that's going on there. And then that next Monday, which is August 3rd, 2015, everyone needs to put on their calendar. Accelerate strength and conditioning will be open, but there are limited slots, and it's only open for a limited amount of time. The reason we limit the slots is because we actually do have coaches who oversee the progress, myself included, and help people out, answer questions, and all of that stuff. So it opens on the 3rd, and then you have 7 days to get in the program before it shuts down. And that's actually pretty important because this most likely will be the last time we do Accelerate strength and conditioning in 2015. So if anyone wants to get in on the program, starting August 3rd is your time, because we won't be, like I said, we most likely, unless something changes, but I'm really thinking that we're not going to do it again this year. So
this is it, guys. You want in on some of these big results we're about to talk about. This might be your last chance, and there's going to be a kind of a tiered, it sounds like, video release to hype it up on the way as we get closer to August.
Yeah, I really watch the videos. You learn. I think that you learn a lot if you could watch them. I try to give some good information about just programming in general and the theory behind Accelerate. So it's good information, whether you want to be a part of the program or not. Okay.
Good information. We've talked about all kinds of philosophical stuff about, Accelerate and what it's been, but let's get into the real meat. So what did these guys and gals who were part of the first iteration that went through, what kind of results did they see?
All right, so I'm a huge numbers guy.
Yeah.
And in fact, I geek out on this stuff a little bit too much at times. And so you stop me if I'm getting too into the numbers.
Okay.
So I even when
these numbers are exciting, though. I know they are. So we have to tell the people what the numbers are, because they're that impressive, I think.
Yeah, and I'm more than happy to go over them. But going all the way back to when I was running Air Force programs, I would never start a program unless I knew, and that's just any program, like unless I knew where you were at. Like I had to know everything about your fitness level before I could really coach or train you, because I needed to know where we're going to end up. And so that's exactly how I run this program. That's how you should run most fitness programs, in all honesty. But I don't do a lot of the let's measure your waist or your biceps. Mine's all performance driven in this program.
Okay.
And so we had people max out and do different workouts in the first couple weeks, and then we test you again, and then I have you fill out a survey. So we had over 100 athletes in the first iteration of Accelerate, which is a great test bed. And so based off of their survey data at the end of the program, actually I got to preface one more thing is I asked one question at the end of the survey, and it was, did you stick to this program with no deviation? Like, did you do it how written? Or did you somewhat stick to it,
Right. Because it's typical. A lot of times, yeah.
And so I actually have results. I filtered it to have results for both of those, which is even more nerdy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the squat, on average in 12 weeks following the program, if you just were, if you kind of stuck to the program, stuck to it, and I'm going to say that's 85-90% of the time, not half-ass the program. You stuck to it, but you still deviated. Those people added 25.5 pounds on average to their back squat.
Even the people who just mostly followed the program.
Mostly followed it. And then
wow. I didn't hear the mostly stats. Okay.
Yeah, I was keeping this one in my back pocket. And then the people who stuck to it and said that they hardly deviated out from the program at all and followed the whole thing added on average, this is averages, 30.37 pounds to their back squats.
Holy crap, man. On
And
average?
On average, yeah, all this is average. 'Cause, I mean, there's some dudes who added like 50 pounds, and then there's
my
obviously some
God.
people who added like 10 pounds. So that's in between there. But
And that's not your focus. Like that one exercise is not what you're trying to do. You're focusing on it in your entire body.
yeah, so it's like completely balancing the
right.
spectrum of fitness is what I'm trying to do, of strength, conditioning, everything. And so I'll go ahead and go over these other numbers. So the deadlift, on average, if you were the 80-90% adherence, those guys and girls added on average 26.38 pounds to their deadlift, and if you stuck to the program near 100%, it was 32.14 pounds. So 32 pounds. I'll leave off the decimals and stop being super nerdy.
No, that's okay though. I mean, these are big numbers. I mean, that these people have added on to these exercises. For me, it's almost astonishing.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm more proud of everyone who did it than anything else, because I know programs like these will work if you just put in the work, and like to see numbers like this pop up on your screen after you do it is just like, it's so motivating. To just get more people in, and it's super exciting. So hop to the strict press. So strict press, standing straight up and pressing the bar over your head. If you kind of stuck to the program, 80-90%, you added 15.01 pounds to your strict press, and then if you stuck to it, there's only about a pound more, 16.16 pounds to your strict press on average.
Okay.
And so what I think is really cool, though, so that's strength. Obviously, people got stronger, right? But there are probably strength programs out there that could get you even stronger in 12 weeks, but there aren't many that can do this with your mile time. So
in combination.
Yeah, in combination. So on average, if you were the kind of stuck to group, you took 34.25 seconds off of your mile time.
What?
Which is, and these people, just looking over them, I was like, well, were these people running like 11, 12-minute miles? And
yeah, I mean, that's why I think that's a lot of time.
like there's one guy who took 25, 26 seconds off of his mile time, and he started with a high 5, like a sub 6-minute mile, and he's still taking
what?
That. And then
wow.
And a lot of people, were in the 8s and 9s and 7s and 6s. That I'd say that was around the range of people we had, anywhere from in the 5s to, let's say, 10 was around the average mile time. And people were taking off 34.25, and then if you stuck to the program really well, 36.12 seconds off the mile time. So that's the mile time. So stronger, faster, right?
Stronger and faster sound like they were legitimized in this first iteration. I mean, definitely with those numbers, my man. I mean, those are to get stronger like that and to get faster at the same time is what blows my mind.
And now the last one, because I'm not joking around when I say stronger, faster, and harder to kill. So obviously they got stronger. Obviously they got faster. Now, harder to kill, what does that mean? That's becoming more resilient, being able to work longer, work harder, get back up after you're knocked down, so on and so forth. That's harder to kill. So we have workouts called 4D conditioning, and if you can read about those in the ebook, but to put it simply, they mimic what would look like a kind of a CrossFit workout, but there's 4 movements in them every time, and they're pre-planned to complement the workout. But anyway, so the week 1, day 3 4D conditioning workout we had, it's time capped. Okay, so what that means is you have like 15 minutes to finish the workout. If you don't finish it, just stop. That means, like, I didn't finish it. I had 15 minutes. I only got this far, right? So that's what I mean by time capped. In week 1, 93% could not finish the workout in the time cap.
Ooh,
so 93% of the people in the program couldn't do it. They couldn't finish it. 12 weeks later, the exact same number is actually like 92.6 or something like that, but I go ahead and round that up to 93. 93% finished in the time cap. So it like a 100% flip, if you will.
Oh my goodness!
So 93% couldn't even finish it. Only 7% of the guys could, and even that 7% got faster. But then 93% of the people in the program could finish by the end. So,
wow.
And then another 4D conditioning workout. We tested them all, but this will be the last one that I really talk about. On average, in the 4D conditioning workouts, people got about 14% faster in 15 to 30 minute time domain workouts. So whether that was a 15-minute time-capped workout or a 30-minute time-capped workout. On average, you'll get about 15% better moving, being harder to kill, moving weight over distance and improving your work capacity.
I mean, so you're not kidding around. Faster, stronger, harder to kill. Maybe you'll get some better mental toughness throughout. I mean, based in science, we have solid, real results. I mean, I don't. From my Accelerate is looking pretty strong to me. After that first iteration, my goodness, this is a program that can do a lot for you.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I'm super proud of everyone who finished the program. If you're listening to this and you are one of the people who went through the program, you pat yourself on the back. I'm super proud of all the work that you put in. I know I've done the program myself. I know how hard some of those workouts are, and you finished it. Congratulations. But the thing that gets me most psyched up is I asked obviously what are your results, but I have another survey where I kind of ask. I'm like, okay, but what can I improve on the program? I always want to get better,
Sure. Betterhumanology.
That's weird, right? And so for 100% of the people, this is by far one of the coolest stats besides the numbers, is 100% of the people were satisfied, 100% of the people saw results, and 100% of the people would recommend it to a friend. And that's 100%. Like, everyone answered yes, satisfied, I saw results, and I'd recommend it to a friend. And that, obviously, I can still improve the program. I can make the user experience better. I can improve on a lot of things, but from that level, that makes me super happy because I know that people enjoyed the program and they were getting their money's worth as they were going through it.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things out there where I'll hit a survey and I'll be like, yeah, I liked it, but would you refer to a friend? And it's pretty rare. So those are some telling statistics, my man.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it, man, and super excited to get the next Accelerate class started here.
Okay, one more time. When's the sign up window so that our guys and gals can get in?
So, starting today is when we have all the videos start over the course of the next week. But
three more videos kicking in.
Yeah, 3 more videos, and you can view the first one today. But then on August 3rd, I'm pretty sure
write this number down.
August 3rd is when you can sign up. And you will have 7 days to sign up for the program starting on August 3rd. And then we will start the program right after that. We'll shut it down. Everything will get pulled down. Like, I got emails even last time like, oh, I'm a day late. And I'm like, no, dude, we've already started. Like, you can't come in. Like, I'm pretty serious about that. I want to start everyone at the same time where I can get coaches in place. I can get people in place. If there's any issues, let's get it worked out. And then let's just get everyone moving in the right direction of becoming stronger, faster, and harder to kill. So yeah, I don't waver on when we close it down.
That's right. All right, listeners. So you heard it, August 3rd. Write that date down before this show ends, so that you remember that's when the window is going to happen. If you're interested, here we come, guys.
Yeah, and I'll just beat a dead horse here one more time with the 2 ways that you can get started with learning more about the program. This isn't the sign up. This is just learning about it. You're added to the VIP list, so you're literally the first group of people to know. I even released the program a little bit earlier to the VIP members before it goes public into 3 Fitness and Betterhumanology and everywhere else. So you can go to accelerate.fit, enter that URL in any browser, and you'll learn more about. You can watch the first video and then sign up to learn more about the program. Or you can text message the word optimal to 33444, and you will be on your way. You'll get the VIP access to Accelerate Strength and Conditioning and, get everything before anyone else does.
All right, my man. I mean, I think it's been really exciting to be able to discuss what's happening with Accelerate and what has happened with Accelerate. But I think that rounds it out for me and questions that I had for, what's going on with the program. Anything else you want to add, Jerred, before we close it off here?
No, dude, I think we hit it all. I'm really excited to, like I said, get this next group in and get started. And that's it, man. I'm excited. That I love this stuff. You know that, though.
Yeah. No, I mean, those results, it's hard to not be excited with those kind of results. So thanks, guys.
Yeah,
thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time.
We will.
best. Losers always whine about their best.